Welcome class 9. This is revision video on the chapter tissue. Tissue is a group of similar cells which have a common origin and they perform a specific function. Most of the organisms, whether plants or animals, possess a tissue system. Several tissues together contribute to some specific function inside the body and they constitute an organ. Similarly, many organs acting together to perform a specific life process constitute an organ system, and many organ systems together constitute the organism or living thing. Tissues can be broadly divided into plant tissues and animal tissues. Plant tissues again are of two types: meristematic tissue and permanent tissue. Meristematic tissues are the tissues which have cells that can multiply to produce new cells. Permanent tissue contains non-dividing cells and they are specialized in their function. They have lost the ability to divide. Meristematic tissue, or simply meristem, have these characteristics. The cells are small, usually cubical in shape. The cell wall is thin. Nuclei are large. Vacuoles are almost absent. Cells tightly packed with almost no intercellular spaces. The cells actively divide, adding new cells to the plant body. New cells thus produced are transformed into mature permanent tissues. The meristematic tissue can be classified into two categories: apical meristem and lateral meristem. The lateral meristem is also known as cambium. Apical or terminal meristem is located near the tip regions of the root, stem, branches, where they grow the plants in length. They are also found near the tips of the stems as well as on the tips of axillary buds. So apical meristem basically helps the plant to grow lengthwise. Lateral meristem or cambium is situated below the bark and it is responsible for increase in the diameter of the stem or branches. So due to the lateral meristem, the dividing cells of the meristem helps the plant in increase in their girth or diameter. Permanent tissues. Permanent tissues are made up of cells which have lost their ability to divide. They take a permanent shape to perform some permanent functions. They may be living or they may be dead according to the nucleus present or absent in them. If the nucleus is present, they are living, and if the nucleus is not present, then they are dead. According to the function performed by the permanent tissues, there are three types of permanent tissues: protective, supporting, and conducting tissues. Protective tissues are thick, have thick cell walls. They are found on the surface of the roots, stems, leaves. Cork cells in the barks epidermis of the leaves, etc. are protective tissue. Supporting tissue can be subcategorized into three categories: parenchyma, collenchyma, and sclerenchyma. And as the name suggests, they all are supporting in nature. They help the plant in support system. Chlorenthyma also helps the leaf to produce food by the process of photosynthesis. Conducting tissue. Conducting tissue are also called vascular tissue. They provide a passage for water and dissolved materials to move up and down in the plant. There are two types of conducting tissues: xylem and phloem. Xylem are elongated, thick-walled cells, and they provide for upward movement of water and dissolved materials absorbed from the soil by the roots to other parts of the plant. Older xylem tissue forms the wood of the plant, and they does not participate in transport. One can determine the age of a tree by counting the annual rings of the stem, which are formed by the older xylem cells. The xylem tissue consists of tracheids and xylem vessels or tracheae, and are known as tracheary elements. There are four components of xylem tissue: xylem parenchyma, xylem vessel or tracheae, xylem fibers, and tracheids. Among them, the xylem parenchyma consists of living parenchyma cells, and they are associated with storage of food and helps in the conduction of water and minerals. The phloem conducting tissue provide a passage for the downward movement of food manufactured in the leaves or green parts of the plant to various other parts of the plant. They also provide for the upward movement of the manufactured food towards the growing new leaves. The phloem again consists of four components: sieve tubes, companion cells, phloem parenchyma, and phloem fibers. Among these, companion cells are living parenchyma cells. They are closely associated with the sieve tube cells and help in the functioning of the sieve tube cell. In this way, you can see that xylem and phloem are made up of many types of cells, and hence they are termed as complex tissue. Xylem and phloem together collectively is known as vascular bundle. The veins of the leaves are examples of vascular bundle. They are in continuity with the conducting tissue of stem and root. Thank you.